Travis Wayne Goodsell. So I just reached 666 subscribers. The word has gone forth. And so Mormons are now saying, yeah, we knew you're evil, Travis. We knew it. Well, no, it's just a number. But where does it come from? Mormons don't do their study. They don't know anything about it. It's from Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. So after talking about the beast, verse 18 says, here is wisdom, let him who hath understanding, let him count the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Of course, I'm going off of Iron Maiden song, which is a different translation than the King James Version. His number is 606, so 6. So 3 score is 20, and so 3 20s is 666. So that's where it comes from. And if you didn't know, because you don't study, chapter 14 is a continuation of the same document. And so after saying his number is 666, it says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood upon Mount Zion. So we go from the beast, now we're into the lion, which is why they separated it into a different chapter. But it's all the same text. It's all the same time period. And so they have writing on their foreheads too. They've got a different baseball cap. Oops, am I giving away secrets that are going to upset people who have been given the mark of the beast in their forehead? So here's the thing that you do not know, because the church doesn't want you to know, because the church is anti-knowing this, and because they want you to continue to remain Christian with Jesus as your Christ. This is what's called Gematria. It was Jewish first, and the Christians culturally appropriated it. And it's Kabbalah, whatever you want to pronounce it as. And it's Jewish mysticism, and then became Christian mysticism much later on. Because, and it was used in Freemasonry in the early years. And that's why a lot of the symbols of Jewish mysticism are carried over into Freemasonry, but not the inverted pentagram. That was an added thing that Brigham Young perpetuated. So, you're probably unaware, because you don't do your study, that Joseph Fielding, or not Joseph Fielding, that's way to perfection. He's the one who says Lucifer is going to hand over the government to Jesus, Adam on Diamond, which already happened. So, are we going to have a problem here? So, Joseph Smith Sr. Actually, we probably should do the New Israelites. New Israelites. The new Let God Prevails. Dear God, what a joke. And Vermont, to distinguish from the current version. A radical sect. I'm going to scroll away. You're not letting me... Yeah, here it is. Close. Not paying you. If you can't do this for free, I don't need you. Alright, so possible connection to Mormonism. They acknowledge the possibility, because they throw in may have included, Joseph Smith Sr. and William Cowdery. And they claim the best case exists for connecting Cowdery's family, because they were like right next door. And then Ethan Woods came in and they joined, or they were in the congregation that Ethan Woods was a part of, which is the View of the Hebrews book. Let's see, yeah, the later known as a Dowser. No, that was not. No. You guys just talked about it earlier on. Did you screw that up already? It was Justice Winchell. When he joined, he taught them dowsing, which is, getting two coat hangers, metal coat hangers, turning them into L shapes, and then sticking the short end in your hands loosely, but so that they don't fall out, and then walk over a toilet and it crosses. You have found water. That's all a dowsing is. But you can do it for metals, they claim, and no, you can't. It's not a job you can have. It doesn't work. You have to get a metal detector. So we'll just pull an anachronism and give Joseph Smith Sr. a metal detector. And so, counterfeiting operation? No, it's called forging. There's a difference, and they screwed that one up. They were forging metals so that they can then sell the forged metals. But that was Justice Winchell that was part of that. And the Destroying Angel, that's where the Danites got it from. They knew he was. And why do Mormons not know when the Danites knew? Dear God. It's just one big secret they're keeping from us. So yeah, the wood snap, or the wood scrape, is 14 January 1802. He predicted the end of the world. So now Nelson has predicted the end of the world. He has predicted the apocalypse in the coming days, and we're part of that. I can merge the two together. I was thinking I was going to do two videos, but we'll merge it into one. So Joseph Smith Sr. Is claimed to be a part of the New Israelites because he was, according to D. Michael Quinn, who has no clue about Mormonism and the magic worldview. He has no clue about Jewish mysticism. He found that Joseph Smith Sr. was called a leading rodsman. That has to do with the dowsing of Justice Winchell, not Nathaniel Wood. But that's it. That's all they got. And I shake my head and weep, because people are supposed to be PhDs who put stuff in here, and they just can't get it right. Just like my brother, who had to pull the religion card to get his PhD. You just strip people of their PhDs if they're dumb. So, let's go over the New Israelites for you. You had to be a member in order to get an extra wife. Nobody understands that, as they just go, yeah, I knew Joseph Smith was a polygamist. No. There is no indication that Smith was a member. Whether Cowdery was or not, it doesn't seem likely either. In order to become a member, you have to be an adult, and you have to have an internal conversion to become a member, and then you present yourself to the group, and then the group has to vote you in. And so there is a process to becoming a member in the group. It's not just, oh, you're 8 years old, you now get forced to be baptized by your parents. And so now you can have extra wives. You're 8 years old. You are newly baptized. Here are your 10 virgins. I don't like women. And so, Hebrew as an angelic tongue. This is where the clues come from that they're not catching on to. Hebrew is part of Jewish mysticism, but there's some extra understanding about it. They believe they were descended from the lost 10 tribes of Israel, so thus the new Israelites. My goodness, everybody's sneezing and coughing while I'm doing the video. You'd think this was a place for the dead. There's more to this, guys. Where is it? Prophecy. There it is. It's up in the top part. They believed in spiritual gifts and prophecies. So this is where they're not making the connection. And they were intending on building a temple. And the dietary code according to the law of Moses. But that Joseph Smith wanted nothing to do with that. That was because of Emma. In case you didn't know the history behind that. She didn't like cleaning up after the tobacco spit. It was just making a mess all over the floor after the meetings were done. And so, yeah, there's some stuff that you don't know. This is gematria that's involved here. The Holiness to the Lord parchment that you probably have heard about and you've seen and you think it's magic, witchcraft stuff. No, it's a star chart for the heavens. And people wrongly call it astrology. It's more for astronomy. Because if you've done your research, which you didn't, you would have known that when Joseph Smith said certain things happened on certain dates, when you look them up in the heavens, in your Urim and Thummim, you have a Urim and Thummim, right? I've got a Urim and Thummim. What am I going to do with you guys? Especially those of you who've watched my channel, and you still don't have your Urim and Thummim yet. That's part of the course requirements. You're supposed to get a Urim and Thummim for the class. It's a requirement. Stellarium.org. And so the connection to Hebrew prophecies, spiritual gifts, Temple of Solomon, for the purpose of the man like Moses, is all part of Jewish mysticism, which likewise is in Freemasonry. More so, well, it's different depending on which Scottish or the York Rites. But the York or the Scottish Rites were the ones who were infiltrated, and Smith Sr. was a part of the York Rites, which has the Knights Templar and thus Egyptian gold plates. And D. Michael Quinn couldn't figure that one out. Oh, so frustrating. That was a code. You have Nephi, who's the new name for the king, the Christ, as Senior had to rewrite the 116 pages and put 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th Nephi. And so in the Bible, when you turn Samuel into Kings, you have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th Kings. And yeah, Samuel is the name of God. So just like Samuel the Lamanite, the name of God who gives the birth and death signs in the heavens. The birth is in 2017, 23rd September. And the death sign is 8 April 2024. Because the Book of Mormon is written prophecy of the Jews. 2 Nephi 25 verse 1. And you mix that with the learning of the Jews that the Book of Mormon was written in. So it was prophecy. Thus the Jewish mysticism. And I think I haven't really focused on it because Joseph or Senior says a part in the Book of Mormon, looking beyond the mark. Beyond mark. Jacob chapter 4, Jacob the usurper, brethren adieu, from the Jacobite Scottish Rites Grand Master who gave his farewell, Mystic Tie. And so, yeah, William Morgan did literally usurp the plot to destroy America, and was writing it with Joseph Smith Sr. in Canandaigua, New York. And then he got arrested on 9/11, but verse 14, the Jews were stiff-necked people and despised the words of plainness and killed the prophets, Joseph and Hiram, sought for things they could not understand, wherefore because of their blindness, which blindness came by looking beyond the mark, they must needs fall. And so, yeah, this is part of Gematria, is you're forcing interpretation upon which the foundation of Paleo-Hebrew did not have any of this. But that's what they're referring to here. And then there's Tamara and Norkeraton, something like that. I always mess up the phonetics. I most likely have it in the one file. I finally found a song from 10 years ago for the first time today, and that's awesome. But I was locked up thanks to Nelson and those under Monson at the time. 6 years of my life. And Nelson gets up and says he thinks abusing people is an abomination. Screw you, Nelson. Okay, so Norkeraton. I don't have it there. Oh, there we go. Kabbalah. It's got its own file. Yep. So there's Gematria, Jewish astrology, which is not really astrology as is understood today. It's more of temple, mysteries of God, godliness. Then the Kabbalah, Notarikon, that's how it's pronounced. Then Tamara, and then Tree of Life. I have noticed some of these, but Tree of Life, yeah. See, when you ask an apologist, he'll say, oh, yeah, there's proof that other cultures had Tree of Lives. No, guys. Jewish mysticism. And I refer you to Joe Samson's book, Written by the Finger of God. An innocent Mormon believes he's supporting and defending the church and the Book of Mormon as ancient literature. Oops. He exposed more plagiarism in the Book of Mormon from Jewish literature sources, which I then had to be the one to tell everybody that it has included in it. So that was my contribution, and nobody cares. Yeah, Kabbalistic literature with Adam and Lilith. So, yeah, the astrology part or astronomy part is signs in the heavens. So the Book of Revelation with prophecies, they were big into the Book of Revelations, and thus Apocalypse, commencement of the Apocalypse. That's Revelation. He just got the date wrong. And so that's Gematria's the Revelation 13 thing, where each letter of the Hebrew alphabet is assigned a number, and so when you use the Hebrew name, you know, like from Revelation, it's from Revelation 13 even. Image of the beast, yeah. Image of shofar equals 666. And what is a shofar? It's a trump. I did that way back when, and nobody cared. I probably, which one do I have it on? Is it in this one? Whoops, we need to search. Number of based. 666 exposed. That was 6 years ago, so it's probably not that one. Don't stop believing in prophesied Latter-day signs in the heavens. Kanye humiliates Trump. LDS Church believes 666 is Social Security. Send me an angel. Send me an angel. Right now. There's one 3 years ago. I'm not sure if that was part of it. Yeah, this didn't do very well with selection of things. Prophecies fulfilled, maybe. Oh, there's the Book of Mormon code for Christopher Columbus. And nobody referred to it. It still has 38 views after a year. God, everybody's more interested in Jesus coming. And so, yeah, that's what the Holiness to the Lord parchment is part of the Jewish mystical understanding of prophecy from the Book of Revelation. So the Book of Revelation, of course you've studied it because you don't study the Book of Mormon or any of Mormon scripture. You want to know all about the latter days. And so you read it and you go, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. So this is real, and it's Jesus' birth, like the Catholics say it is, right? Because she's pregnant, it's immaculately conceived, and she gives birth to a son who has an iron rod. Oh, that's in the Book of Mormon, isn't it? Yeah, also in the Book of Mormon is the reference to John, the Apostle of the Lamb. They're directly referring to the Book of Revelation. So you need to know your Revelation in order to understand the Book of Mormon. And thus, 23rd September 2017, right here. Because the more you include in the conjunction, the rare and singular event that it is indicating. And like I've gone over with the stories of Samson, those are solar eclipses, which not only gives you a date of when they occurred according to the death that occurs. So the lion, that's in the constellation of Leo, where the solar eclipse will be. And the death of his first wife, Virgo, and then his death. So it's in Pisces, where he was born, on the back of the white horse. But you got to refer to Revelation 19 for the last day of the latter days. The marriage supper feast of the Lamb at the Temple of Zion that everybody missed the Exodus, so is not going to be built. Alright, so I was from the other day I did that, so let's see if I can find it. Stellarium. So I think it was 10:7, 10:5. Did I not? I had a 10:7. Don't tell me I didn't. Alrighty, so I found it. It was for the end, the 8th day of the Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot, as it's also called. Yesterday was the first day, which means Sunday night began at 6 p.m. the harvest Jewish holy day, holy festival week of 8 days, because the 8th day is special. It's the 9/11, which is technically September 11th, of the Jews. Because if you didn't know, Septem is Latin for the 7th month, not the 9th month. So when Pope Gregory or whoever screwed up the calendar,
did you happen to have a bike, or do you know somebody that might?
It was changed, and it's now weird, so that we no longer understand Latin correctly. And so, yeah, the signs in the heaven for that day of 7/11, which is the actual Jewish 9/11, is on next Monday, isn't it? Or is that Tuesday? Time and date. And view calendar. And October. Because the months don't correspond with our months. Yeah, the 17th is on Monday. And it's the New Year. In case I didn't let you know about that one. And so it's the New Year, right? We need to find the calendar. Let's see, CG, there it is. Okay. And then Tishri began, September 26th. So the 17th is the 22nd. It's a double 11, sorry. I should have looked at this first. Because remember Joseph Smith and the angel Nephi appearing to him, talking about the Egyptian gold plates? And he has him come back over and over after his 4 visits, 4 years, on the 22nd. And that's supposed to be significant, because September is when the new year begins, and thus the 22nd. It's also the 7th month. That's what Joseph is referring to. So this is on Monday, the 17th of October, is Tishrei, the 7th month, or the 1st month, depending on whether it's the religious calendar for 7 months or the civil calendar, government calendar, for the 1st month, the new year. And thus the 22nd is 2 11s that equal together. So 7/11, doubled. And so Joseph Smith was saying something about this, as 2022 is when we're having this 7/22 event. So I'm kind of curious to see, will Putin be nuking on that day? I don't know. But 3 weeks after, which corresponds, it would be too complicated to get into it with you, is the election day, which is the end of the tetrad for this year, for the latter days. And the Shmini Atzelet is the Hebrew for the 8th day. And we're in 5783 is the year we're in now. Yep. Yeah, so something to look forward to, since Joseph Smith was saying something about it. So I thought I would too, especially since it has to do with Jewish mysticism, and nobody knows that. And I was never going to do a video. Yep, we're over 800. 814. Awesome. 666, and I'm over 800 on the President Nelson doctrine. And I don't speak in those. I give Nelson's quote directly as he gave it, and then told you Joseph Smith that Brigham Young purposely left out of the Doctrine and Covenants. And when you go and study it, you will know exactly why. So, and there you have it. I don't know what I was starting this for, and then decided to tell you about the sign in the heavens for a Monday. But, yeah. And 8:18. That was a big jump. This is awesome. So, there you have it.